Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Factorio. My name, of course, is Little Potato. We are going to be continuing today in Rails Not Robots. We're all about the trains and just not about the robots, I'm afraid. Sorry, robot friends. Or not really friends, but, you know, you get the picture. Apologies, anyway. Well, what were we doing in the last episode? Well, we were trying to see if this revolutionarily bad idea would ever come to fruition. In all honesty, I don't think this is going to be the best way to set things out. I'll be frank, I don't think it is. But it could be worth a shot. Could be worth a shot. Let's go and see if it actually works in any way. Also, we are sort of majorly short of iron right now, which is not the best thing in the world, but hey-ho. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Just no. Just no. You know what? It was a valiant attempt to try and do something new and unique, but I have a very, very big feeling that this is not going to be good enough to pass the test, unfortunately. Anyway, that's not a problem. You know what? Experimenting, that's what it's all about in Factorio, isn't it? I mean, if you don't experiment, if you don't try anything new, then you're never going to progress. Obviously, I should probably have known that that was a stupid idea, but at the same time, I kind of liked the way it looked. But at the same time, I also hated the way it looked because it was a very inefficient way to achieve what we wanted. But hey-ho, perhaps if you guys know any other designs, then, I don't know, link them in the chat. Link them in the chat, what am I talking about? Link them in the description down below so that everybody will have the opportunity to see them. And yeah, should be awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to set up not something like that, something like that. Now, what I'm thinking is that the 3:2 ratio seems like the best way to do it. So that would involve going something like this, I think. That going there, that going there, that going there, and that going there. Okay, so that's the 3:2 ratio that we are striving for. Now, this is only one half of the equation because 4 factories producing green circuits, quite frankly, just isn't enough. We need way more than that to actually to make our dreams a reality, so to speak. And yeah, we're gonna have to do more than that. So what I want to make sure that we get is I want to make sure that we get 3 inserters that are going to each factory. Now, 3 inserters that are going from or 3 inserters that are going into the circuit factories. Now, what that means is that we should be able to instantaneously transport all the required copper to make a circuit. That's what that means, and fingers crossed I'm not incorrect in my assumption of saying that. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm not the best at words. Not a thing that I'm doing good today. Not at all, Orbital Potato. You need to work on those word things. On the other side of things, I keep saying things a lot. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Also, we're massively short on iron. That's something that I am acutely aware of. Our entire factory is gobbling up the iron from the fact that we're producing a buttload of red circuits right now. We've got that entire area up there, I remember, the lab area, but we're gobbling up a lot of red circuits right now. We're not mining nearly enough iron, and how's our power doing? Our power's actually doing fine, so that's kind of nice for once, I guess. But, you know, we've got to make plans with iron, we've got to act on the assumption that we actually have enough iron. So I'm going to act on that exact assumption. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a belt that goes like that, and we're also going to have a belt that comes down like this. Now, what I'm hoping is that this belt is going to be spacious enough to supply all of these factories with iron, which I very much hope it will be. I'm not entirely sure if it will be, but if it's not, then we can always... Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, that was bad mistake, bad mistake. Come back, copper, come back. There we go. Yeah, we can always implement a second iron belt. Now, this is something that I've actually been thinking about. Do we want to have a second iron belt that just runs this way, like up here? Something like this, because I think we might actually. I think we genuinely might. So I'm actually going to make provisions for that to be the case. And we can think about what we want to do about it. So what I mean by that is that we're just going to have to take, you know, a couple of precautions. We're going to have to put that in there, and then we're going to have to put that in there. And that should mean that we have an equal amount of iron. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a second processing area over here once this iron area is completely done. And we can run all of the profits from that through here, through underground beltage, so to speak. Let's get rid of that. And that can go in there instead. We'll actually make this little belt just so I can show you what I mean, so to speak. That's not going to go all the way under there, but it'll go most of the way. Most of the way is good enough for me at the moment. Okay, collect that. Build one more of those. And that can go there. That's perfect. And so this is where our second iron belt is going to connect into. Just remember, we future-proofed it. It's going to be great when it eventually does get up and running. We're being attacked. It's really not good. That's really not good. We need to make sure that we get walls up and running literally yesterday. Okay, scrap everything. Let's get some walls. Let's get some walls. Let's make sure that we actually do something that is somewhat productive. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get not like that. That would work though. There we go. Something like that, and that. Let's get some chest, and chests there. Okay. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Perfect. And you in there. You in there. You in there. So, we should have basically 3 full chests of stone that is going to be turned into, well, through the use of furnaces. I actually do need a little bit of stone now. My bad. There we go. Let's take half a stack of that. 1, 2 more, and then I can stick the rest of the stone back in here. Perfect. Let's get 3 furnaces. Not like that. Come on, game. There we go. And all we need to do is stick a little bit of coal in here. Like so. And we should be sorted. Now, if we do actually come across an opportunity for us to stick coal into these chests, then that might not be the craziest idea in the world. But yeah, I think this is a good setup for now. It's not bad. Also, we can now place these stone bricks. Walking speed 130. Oh, wow, that is fantastic. I did not know that we could actually do that, so that's very, very cool indeed. Unfortunately, we only need it for walls right now. That's a scarily shit amount of walls that we can actually make. Jesus, that's really bad. All right, let's just continue. Let's just continue as planned. We shall have. What do we want to do? Probably want to have a little output over here. Output there, output there. Output there. And output there, output there. Perfect. Okay, that might work. Might not work. I've seen crazier things not work. Okay, that seems to be fine. And then we shall just have an assembly machine right here. And we're trying to be maximally efficient with our use of space. I'm actually probably going to have to put another one there. Whatever. That's cool. That works. I can extend this track by 1. Even though the effort to do it is extreme. It is extremely... it takes a lot of effort. Takes a lot of effort. And that can come out of there and into a wooden chest over here. And that means that the wall production process is just completely automated. We don't need to worry about it at all. And in fact... we're going to need to stick yet another inserter down. How pesky. Yeah, we want to be almost constantly producing walls if we can. In fact, let's just bring it down as far as it'll go. Might as well, and I will repair this while we have the opportunity to do so. And in fact, we might, I was away to say we might need to up the up the ammo in the turret, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, it's still got like 100 ammo or 70, 72 ammo, whatever. So that's a fair amount. Good, 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 good. Very, very happy with the progress that's being made there. Stick coal in there. Stick coal in there. Stick some coal in there. Perfect. Very, very nice. 2 stacks of coal should keep this whole system running for a long, long time coming. Fingers crossed, anyway. And with the coal circle jerk continuing, we've got yeah, 760 coal on our person at this moment in time. So very, very nice to see that. Okay, what was I gonna do? I was gonna continue. I need more iron plates. I always fucking need iron plates. Repetitively need iron plates. Okay, good. Cancel that there. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to completely wipe out the inserters that I made by just turning them straight away into long-armed inserters. Okay, let's go for the inserters in the middle, and then the exporters on the left-hand side? Left-hand side. Right-hand side. Right-hand side. Oh, I suppose it depends which way you're looking at it. But anyway, this is what I had in mind. Also, I feel that if we can get this entire belt to be fully saturated with iron, we could conceivably just duplicate this entire area and stick it on this side. I think that would be something that is very, very conceivable, and it could most definitely work. That can go there, that can go there, and that can go there. Okay, does that look like it's working right now? That looks not bad. Yeah, this should be working at an optimal capacity, apart from the fact that we don't have any iron, and that is a problem. So yeah, not great. Not great at all. But at least we've got the process that has started the production of these green circuits. That's the important part. Now, the next important part comes with doing something like this. What we're going to do is we're going to do something like that, and then it is going to emerge out onto this belt. See, that would be the other advantage of building this entire process just backwards or mirrored over here, is that we can actually have long-armed inserters putting, or sorry, short-armed inserters putting items onto the other side of the belt, so that we could have a fully saturated belt of green circuits. That would be really, really cool. So I plan to stick a second copper line in down here. It doesn't really have to be in now, but I suppose it could. There's no harm in putting it in now. Okay, and then we're gonna need to plumb in the underground belt as well. Perfect. There we go. And the green circuit bit will the green circuit line shall continue down like this, and any subsequent main bus materials will all be transported on lines that are south of this green circuit line. Makes sense, yeah? I think it makes sense. I think in my head I know exactly what's happening, but obviously I can't really say for sure that you guys actually understand what the hell I'm doing. We're not buffering here. Is that something we want to be doing? Do we want to be buffering? You know what? I actually do think we want to be buffering. So I'm just gonna go ahead and undo that that very costly mistake of mine. You know, not costly in terms of energy. No, it is costly in terms of energy. It's not costly in terms of. Oh god. Oh god damn. You are very, very low on health, friend. Let's oh shit balls. Let's wall you up. Make sure that you can't be accessed by anybody, apart from me, obviously. Let me get the repair packs down and do some good repair work. Wow, that almost repaired you, but not quite. Do we want to put down an accompanying turret for him? A little friend turret, so to speak? Oh my god, look at the size of that base. Holy shitballs. Not yet, I don't think. Anyway, let's talk about buffers. Let's talk about buffers. I do love me a good buffer. It's great fun. Okay, now what I'm hoping is that I'm hoping this buffer should mean that we can just continually produce these circuits until they are needed, because there will be, at least for the early stages of the game, a significant amount of overflow. So, you know, We just have to, you know, take that into account and buffer. So if we buffer, then that means we will never have an overflow. We will always just, you know, store them up in chests, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's bring the copper line a bit further forward. And then we will underground belt it, as we said we would do. And that can go there like so. Now, fingers crossed, this should actually allow us a perfect amount of space. It looks like almost a perfect amount of space to just duplicate this process. I'm actually going to start planning it out right now. Fingers crossed, it should work. If we don't have enough space, I will be a very, very salty person. Very, very, very salty indeed. Like, let me tell you, I'll be super salty if we don't have enough space around here. That would be pretty darn bad. It does mean that we're gonna have to build another iron line. I know, but you know, the cost of doing this buffering thing is not very high in comparison to what it could be. You know what I mean? So, hey ho, it's probably worth it. Okay, let's plan in this iron line, which is going to be going up here. Okay, there we go, like so. Once again, we're going to need another splitter, of which we don't have enough iron for, because we never have enough fucking iron, do we? No, we do not, because that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? Far, far, far too easy. Alright. There we go. I was struggling to find the rotate button for a second there until I realized, oh, it's R. I should be using the R button. But no, nothing's ever easy. Nothing's ever easy. Alright, that there, that there, that there, and one more. That there, and then we're also going to need 5 more of those probably. There we go, perfect. And we can have an accompanying normal inserter to take iron off the belt and into the assembly machines, of which we have a chronic shortage currently, unfortunately. Also, half the factory is without electricity at the moment, so that's quite impressive actually, how we've managed to short supply almost everybody. Let's try and use these cables in as efficient an allocation as possible. I can go there. That can go there. We're gonna need a lot of materials. Yeah, there's no disputing that. There's no disputing that. Okay, there, and there. Perfect. And we need 6 more machines, which means that's gonna be 5 that I just clicked on, and 1 more should make 6. Now, will it fit? That's the big question. Place your bets in the comments now. Will it fit? I think it will fit. That's what I want to say. I would put my bet on it fitting. That's what I'm thinking. Like that, like that, like that. Wait a minute. I was just thinking, like, why is there only 2 inserters going into that factory over there? Because I missed one. That's why. I missed one, I did. Also, I've got a shit ton of wood for a fairly unexplained reason as of yet. I don't really know why. I know I was chopping down trees and that's why I have it, but I don't know why I've kept it on me. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, surely. That's also not the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. That's where we want to start it. And perfect. That's beautiful. And it looks like we will have enough space. So if you answered correctly, we're going to have enough space, then well done. Give yourself a pat on the back for that one. From me, Orbital Potato. Oh my goodness, just the perfect number of inserters as well. How great is that? That's pretty darn great. Okay, and up here. And then down here. There we go, just like so. And one more over there. Perfect. Now you. That's great. And now the only remaining thing that we need is copper. That can run in there. And then I actually want to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to make a second splitter so that we can do this a little bit more effectively. Going to put this in place there, and then that in place there. That should work just fine, I think. And that'll just mean that we've got a more even distribution, I think. I'm not entirely convinced that I'm right in saying that, but fingers crossed. Alright, so we can now restore power to this half of the factory, now that we're done with the whole assembly of this side of things. The only thing that we need to do is implement the copper belt. The copper belt is going to be one of the easier parts to do. We need a few more inserters, and then we will be fine. Let me just pick up all of this iron, because I need it. Priorities and whatnot. And you guys can go like this. There we go. Finishing off. Perfect. Once again, disconnecting the entire, well, half of the factory. And I have no regrets. No regrets at all. Was worth it. Was worth it. Now, are we going to manage to get a copper splitter in there somewhere? I think so. Maybe we can't have this. Yeah, I don't think we can have that one if we want to get a copper splitter. Copper, or some sort of a copper splitting device in there. Let's get 2 underground pieces of belt. How are we going to do this? We're going to need to take out all of those pieces. Stick that in there like that. Yep. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Are we going to survive this attack? Yeah, easy. Thanks to those brand new walls. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so I think that is the best way to do it, although I'm not convinced that it's going to be great. I suppose we can just put an iron splitter in a little bit before. We can put an iron splitter in over here, perhaps, and that'll just help balance things out a little bit. And, you know, before it goes into over here. Because a lot is going to be drawn from this belt, so we'll need to make sure that both belts are populated evenly. Well, fingers crossed that's the case anyway. I'm not entirely sure if it will be, but it looks certainly like this entire area is going to be working. It's going to be giving us a butt-ton of green circuits as soon as the green circuits are set up and ready, and we've got the appropriate amount of iron, which we currently don't at the moment. I mean, 159 already, plus 100, like 200 buffered in that chest. That's very, very good to see. And as soon as we see saturated belts of iron, then this area is going to be perfect. This area is just going to be golden. It's going to be golden, baby. We're going to have a power shortage very soon unless we stick some coal in here. There we go. And the coal circle jerk once more is ready to be collected. Great to see, great to see. We're going to be replacing all of this stuff fairly soon. I just haven't really been bothered, have I? Not yet, anyway. Oh, also, it looks like we've actually managed to use a fair amount of copper. It looks like the copper backlog might be clearing. Maybe. I don't know. Stay tuned for next time when we actually find out. Ladies and gentlemen, my name, of course, has been Over to Potato. Thank you very, very much for watching. Rails, not robots. Haven't actually got any rails. We're never going to get any robots, but when we do get rails, it's going to be amazing. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm Over to Potato once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!